Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. Coming with a new video here for you. We just had another draft at the Fumbler League, so my little database, we're going to update it here and give you guys some more information as far as how things went. This was a draft that I was actually in. Technically, it really wasn't because I traded away all my picks for Brees Hall, but this was technically a draft I went in, and the guy gave all of my picks or a lot of picks to. He doesn't know how to use them, so values were pushed down on players in this draft. All right, so let's get into this one. All right, so I'll leave the little thing up there. Remember, J&J Dynasty. Like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. On my way to 10 subscribers, yeah, be the top 10. So if you like the content, do that. Hopefully, leave a comment. Once again, I've got two other J's that are going to hopefully start doing some videos with me, and we can start doing some live streams. But so look for that. So definitely hit the bell so that way when we start coming on live, you guys can come aboard with those. But click the like button, subscribe, and comment below, please. Let me know that this information is helping you or if it has helped you in your drafts. All right. So let's get into here. So round one is still the same. So we got, whoo, that really brightened her up here a little bit. Show my ugliness. All right. So Bijan is still at number one, and he's at 1.1. So you can see there, he's only gone number two once. So we've talked about that in previous videos. So if you haven't seen previous videos, definitely take a look at those also. With Jahmyr Gibbs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jordan Addison, and Quentin Johnson, that's pretty much become chalk. You can see there's a nice tier break there with Anthony Richardson. I believe that's 8.2, 8.6, 9.0, 9.2. So you've got a little tier there, a secondary tier before you get to Kendra Miller, Bryce Young, and the number 13 guy. So those guys are within a couple points of each other, and then that's going to be a little tier in itself. So this is round one of just rookies. So now you got to remember with these MFL leagues, you have previous free agents that were cut. This last draft, Rashad Penny was in there and a couple other guys because they were cut last year or by bad managers. So they're picked in the second round and stuff like that. So guys' numbers are going to were depressed a little bit in here. So like you can see, Bryce Young was down there at 14. All right, in this draft. So as always, I always try to tell you guys. Remember, you can always pause the video if you don't see everything, so you can see all the numbers coming. The next draft is about halfway through, so look for another video coming in a couple days. All right. So let's get into round two here. So Sam Laporta is coming off at 2.1 on average. And remember, these are average numbers. So if you're looking for the top 24 rookies, these are them. It's not saying that they're going to be that because as you can see at the very bottom, Josh Downs is going off at almost pick 27. So on average, with that, it's saying that there's three veterans that are being picked in the first and second round on average with those numbers. All right. So that's just take that with a grain of salt and so that we can see how that goes. You can see some wild swings in some of these guys. You get 30s and teens on some of these guys. Like Reed has all the way been down to, what is that, 15 and been as high as 37. I mean, that's a pretty big swing there. Some of these guys are pretty standard. And some of them, like Tajay Spears, you can see he was at 21 initially and started going down, went down to 13, and now he's come back up, went all the way up to 24, and then he's jumping down again, 14, 26, and 19. So he's kind of a little bit all over the board, but you can see a little bit how news affects some of these guys. Like Roshan Johnson at the beginning, he had the really low one, he went high, and then he went down again, and then up and then down. So it's a roller coaster for these guys. Tank Bigsby's one of the few guys who's been pretty steady. He had a couple little low ones, but right at the 21 to 22, 23 range there. So this is round two as far as how the drafts are going for your rookies. So we're going to go on to round three. Now this one is also going to be 5 rounds just because actually there's been 4 rounds of people picked and guys picked. So I'm gonna just include the 5th round so you can see who was next on the list to see if any of those guys get picked in the next couple of videos. But Israel has been bouncing around all over the board. So he's picked on average 25, but 27 overall. So right after that, you can see it becomes a really nice drop off from 27 to 31 on average. And then, so once again, let's get into the video. So I've got the very far left column is the number of the guy, obviously the guy, and then the red number or the brown number, those indicate the May draft. So you have that, and then all the black numbers are the June drafts in the order that they were at. And then, so with that being said, you have the blue number, that's the sum all. So the very last column, that means 9 drafts, all right, have happened. And then, so once again, you got the reddish column after the blue column going to your right. So that number should exactly match the red or brown column to the far left. Now the black column next to there before the number 9, that's the June average draft. So that one takes out the red column, so you can see how they differ a little bit. So we've got one more draft, I think, and then we're going to be going to the July draft. So then all these numbers are going to go to a different color, and then July numbers will be the black numbers. So we'll see if there's a variation from month to month, and see if their guys are climbing or decreasing, right? So as you can see there, you got Izzy, Tillman, Hyatt, Musgrave, McBride, Zach Evans. McBride's really jumped up, I think, quite a bit here. Well, not really, since the news about Cook I thought he had, but it really hasn't shown out that way. And then again, I think Tank Dell is the first guy there on the list with an 85. That it denotes that he was not picked. So an 84 would denote that he was actually picked 84th, or he's picked after 85. So that's just a little bit of a difference maker there. And then so you finish up with Sean Tucker, Eric Gray, Michael Wilson, and Keishawn Butte in the 3rd round on average for rookies. So, all right. So this is your 4th round, and all these guys have been picked all the way down to A.T. Perry. You can see he's got 184. He was picked after the 85th pick in one draft, so he got the 84 designation, which actually bumps him up again past all the average of 85. So, and that's why I do that. So this is your 4th round. As you can see, a lot of these guys go undrafted in a lot of leagues. So if you're taking them in the mid to late 4th round or after, that's fine. Deuce Vaughn, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Puka Nuka, Evan Hall, Tucker Kraft, Gonzalez had a little run there for a while. Deneric Prince is getting picked up. I don't understand that one, but that's the way it is. Strange was out of the left field. He doesn't get drafted in 8 drafts, and then all of a sudden goes off the board at 27. So it must be a Jags fan or something, or whatever college Strange went to. Xavier Hutchinson, Kenny McIntosh went off the board crazily also. Well, not so crazy, 55, and an A.T. Perry. So that's what we have for the top 4 rounds. And then, just as I told you, I was just going to pop in here. So this is what I have in the 5th round, and I've said previously, basically, when I put these names in, I went down after the NFL draft. Just every offensive player, I just kind of ran them down. Put the first 24 in who I thought would get drafted, and then kind of did that. So this is how it winds up. So that should be just about the order that they were drafted in going south. There's another 25 names after that on the bottom of the list, but that would be what would constitute round 5 in a rookie draft. But none of these guys have been chosen so far. So just trying to make it a real brief and simple, keep these videos short so you guys can run through them, but still also be able to see the names and numbers, right? So with that being said, that's going to be it. Once again, remember to like the videos, so hit the subscribe button so you get this information updated as soon as possible and be able to take a look at it. I've got some videos that I put up recently also about a couple of the drafts and a couple of the stupid things I've done. The $119 and Nico Collins, that's a pretty good video. It's actually rather impressive how I got a bunch of garbage, or good garbage, for $119. So kind of hilarious. I mean, it's not super top quality guys, but good filler, good backups, kind of rounds out a team that I had. So that'd be a good video to check out. Until next time, Take care and be safe. And then like and subscribe the video, please. Thank you.